Hey Al, so I'm gonna try to be really quick about like this. All I can say is YouTube is your friend when it comes to drummer. There are tons of videos out there. I'm gonna quickly try to create, a drummer close to what you're looking for, which is basically kick snare, kick snare, kick snare, kick snare. So we have to open up a drummer track. Um, I'm gonna when you open up a drummer track, you can see it gives you a choice of genres. So I typically use for country stuff right now rock and songwriter. I'm going to open up a rock guy because I just destroyed the world is pretty strong. I'm also going to open up a really interesting one for country because had a lot of people seen where a lot of people ask, where can I get that train beat or that shuffle or whatever. If you go into open up a songwriter track, and you can see that my it opens up a Bluebird Darcy, so that's the kit Bluebird kit with Darcy. Not what I want. I want to change that drummer to I can't remember his name right now, but to do that you have to open the library, and to open the library you go to View, Show Library, and then you have all this over here, and you can see that genre is singer songwriter. And if I look for Austin Roots Brush, there's some really cool bunch of beats like train beats and stuff there that you can get. You can turn the brushes on and off. We'll get to that in a sec. So quickly, basically we're looking for kick snare, kick snare, kick snare. Let's turn it on. I'm gonna solo the rock kit with the SoCal kit with Kyle. Well, it's a little too much, right? So first thing I'm gonna do is look at kick and snare. The farther left you go, the simpler it gets. A little too much kick, and he's doing a lot of fills. I'm gonna cut the fills off. I'm gonna dial back the simplicity over here. Boom, kick snare. It's got a double hi-hat going on right there. So I know when I just destroyed the world that the hi-hat's more, it's not, it's, well, you don't have a lot of choices on hi-hat patterns here. That's a single. If I go up to 3, it's on the 8s. I'm going to stick with that. And I'll say that if you want to do that, there's a way you can convert this to MIDI, and you can mess with those, and you can lengthen and add notes. I'll show you just real quick a little bit of MIDI. So first 8 measures was the intro. Going into the verse, he changes from the center snare to a rim tap, I guess is what you call. So make sure that region's highlighted. If I right click and convert that to a MIDI region, and I'm just going to make this real clear, if you make changes in here in MIDI and you convert it back to drummer, it's going to convert it back to the original drummer track. It won't keep your MIDI changes. I haven't figured that out yet. So whenever I start messing around with MIDI, I just leave it in MIDI because I can still use the drum kit editor here. Basically I was using the designer to get something close to what I wanted. But let me show you something cool here. So you see in the verse he was hitting the snare center. I want a side stick. I'm going to drag and copy all those, and I'm just gonna drag them all down together, and let's hear what we've got. Pretty cool, huh? In the intro, um, there I'm gonna convert this to MIDI. Right click, convert to MIDI. There were some crashes. I think, it sounded like left, right, left or something like that. Well, I can use my paint tool or my little pencil tool, and I can say I want to crash left and I want to crash right. Oops. No. I want to crash left, right, left. It's not going to be like the record, but pretty cool, huh? Really like this. To get that hi-hat, you can see he's going back and forth from a hi-hat open to hi-hat closed. Like you could delete all this and, or maybe, would lengthening the closed hi-hat give us what we want? I don't know. Let's see. I'm not a drummer, so I can't tell you. Well, you can't hear those because of the stupid. Probably have to lengthen these up here, but let's see what that sounds like. No, might be right. I'd have to listen to it a lot more. So that's pretty much what you have to do. Another thing was, so let's go down here. I'm going to show you a really cool country kit. I think a lot can be done with this. I just kind of figured this out. So this Austin guy, if you take Austin, and instead of the Blue Ridge kit, I think, let's hear what he sounds like. Let me solo him real quick. That's kind of like that train beat. Ton of country stuff there, but I want to slow him down. I want to just get that. Maybe I don't want the brushes. Too many fills. There's your kick snare. Maybe the hi-hat's right for me. Now, in one of those songs, I'm sure there was a kick in the two slower songs. But if you don't want a kick, easiest thing to do, here in the Drum Designer, you can just cut it off. Maybe you want to. I'm tending to like that a little bit better. I mean, that's just kind of where you have to go, where you have to mess with your kick and snare. Basically, the farther left, the simpler it gets, and which is the same over here. And the varying degree of stuff that he can do with, just moving this thing just a little bit. I'm going to move it just a touch. See, the farther left I go, the more kick it pulls out of it. The farther right I go, start it over again, the more kick it gets. And of course you can go up and down for loud and soft. I'm hoping this helps you a little bit. That's kind of where I go with it. And basically, I try to get a basic beat of what I'm looking for with the Drum Designer and a basic sound that I'm getting with the Kit Designer. And from there, that's where you have to start getting into MIDI. And, let's just say that, this right here is what I was looking for. I'll show you something real quick. Take it back to just kick snare. if you want to add a fill just at the end of the measure, you would use your scissor tool, cut the end of that measure so you split. You can see that this region is now highlighted, and just turn the fills on. And I'm just gonna play just this region here. It doesn't fill, and you can move this little knob around until you get what you want, and you can mess with this to figure out what you want. And to me, it's the same as the others. Once I get something close to what I want, I can go into the MIDI and start moving things around and adding, hits to get what I want. So there you go. Austin Roots Brush. I think there's a lot in there, a lot of country stuff. SoCal Kyle, he's a rocker, but he's got some good beats. All of them have good beats. It's just figuring out that kick and snare first, and then figuring out that a hi-hat or something close to it. Design your sound that you want. So, go into your drum kit, and if that's not the kick I want, maybe I want to dampen it. Right now the kick's off on that kit. Let me get back into the editor here. Right, maybe I want it more dampened, so do it that way, and you can switch between different kits. Tons of YouTube on that, but hey, that's it. Thanks a lot. If you got any more specific questions, let me know. Good luck.